It's there. Dude, it's there. Detonate it. Come on. This is your time. And now. And now. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on Poltwa, brought to you by, well, you'll find out at the end. But we have Flying Pancake Mechanized versus Woody and the Dawn of Gaz. So, will the Allies win again on this map, or the Germans finally gain that lead? Because if you don't know, I just did a game recently with a 15-minute Tiger or King Tiger, and that was pretty fun. So we're going to see how this goes. No King Tiger in this regard, but we're going to have an elephant and a no-blow blitz truck? Sure. Woody and Dawn have yet to pick anything, but let's see what their ranks are. They are top-tier players, and Mechanized and Flying Pancake is as well. So hopefully we get a very good, exciting, close quarters, just bonanza. I'm really hoping for it because, oh boy, I'm good with the meme games. I'm good. I want to see some top tier action. I mean, I get enough of it for myself, absolutely. I don't. I usually die a lot, but occasionally I have some good plays. But in any case, if you want to submit your own replay like someone did in this game, submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com, and I will gladly take a look at it. But in any case, we have a lot of Volk squads trying to charge against the British, who decided to go with the Universal Carrier and 2 British infantry squads. I mean, I guess Woody's trying to focus on capture while also having something to support still. But unfortunately, just not doing all that much in the entire engagement. The Germans just slowly pushing them back and gaining more and more heavy cover. German forces just pushing them back. Meanwhile, on left, that is the opposite. Looks like we have a lot of... He went double Pioneer, which I'm curious about, versus the Soviet. Interesting. I wonder if he's getting a flamethrower for one of them. That's my assumption out of this. He did go with fortified armor, so he's going to really dig into the ground and fortify and make his armor pretty much really not move. I'm assuming the reason for that would be he's, again, and the reason for that is just to keep them more health and was it more, you get more health, and I believe you get a faster fire rate, right? Hold on. Increases, oh no, you get more damage done. Okay. Anyway, MG doing a good job pushing these guys back, suppressing them. So it looks like Dawn is actually going to take over the side pretty effectively. Meanwhile, Woody's having a hard time with holding his fuel. But if Dawn can take that, that's actually doing pretty well. Universal Carry needs to get the hell out of there. It's too close to the front. A couple more shots in the Volk squads and it's screwed. Doesn't have the Panzerfaust yet, but it is very close. Luckily, Universal Carry, I thought it was on fire, but no, actually hit a barrel. Of course, anytime you hit a red barrel, fire comes out, because, of course. But managing to push them back. Volk squad's coming out on the flank. Should be able to win that fight, I would assume. We have a MG repositioning, most likely to try to stop additional squads coming in. And actually well positioned, because that mortar might actually walk into the MG if it keeps going that way. German forces capturing this. We have another MG over here, most likely getting back in the building, kind of hold that position. Volk squad doing what it needs to do. They did manage, at least the Allies managed to hold on to that fuel a little bit longer, but they still, unfortunately, are about to lose it, which, unfortunate, but we'll see how things go. Now, British infantry moving on in, I guess, trying to counterattack. If he gets in heavy cover, he should be able to win that, because, again, heavy cover, he gets his best fire rate, and that can do the most damage output, and it should be able to push these guys back. But we shall see. Anyway, MG gets flanked by the Volk squad. Luckily, he pulls out, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that decap. So that does suck. Unfortunately, multiple troops coming in. Definitely want to pull that sucker back. Plus, the mortars coming in. That's not a good position. Anyway, Universal Carrier healed, ready to fight. British reinforcing, getting a lot of stuff done. Also getting an MG. I think an MG might have been a little bit better earlier instead of the Universal Carrier, because that would have held back the Flying Pancake's forces moving on up. Which, nice, he did get a Panzer. I know it's like, oh, but you limit the infantry, combat ability. However, also take note that even though that is the case, he's not that far down because of the fact that And I'll be honest, he needs something to fight this. And right now, I think he wants to get more men than an actual Kenwerfer. But right now, he could easily gain it for Kenwerfer to help counter that, so we'll see. Soviet player by Dawn coming over to help retake their fuel, which is very important because, again, they allowed the Germans a brief moment where they got a bit more fuel, which is definitely helpful for the Germans that are going to try to, I'm assuming, get... A Flame Hetzer could be pretty good on this map because a lot of the buildings and stuff like that the enemy likes to hide in, and a lot of just blobs, it seems like. Okay, you're putting a Teller Mine down. That's about in the middle of the map. I would have preferred it over here, but you know what? That's fine. You're putting it down. Here, looks like no one's really fought, so you could just honestly barbed wire it, put a bunker, just kind of hold that for a bit of time. Usually this side will do that, but I mean, the same could be said about the others, so whatever you end up doing could end up working very well. Anyway, MG just chilling. Unfortunately, Grenadier Squad's like, nah, get the hell out. And so the MG left. We have a demo being placed right now. Okay, very nice. If they counterattack, that could be a great position. Also very hard to see, so we have a very... again, someone's been taking lessons from Skippy, because that's a very good angle. I know I flipped the camera, but still, he's making sure it's hidden very close to the buildings. So that's very good. MG, though, suppressing them. We do have a lot of German infantry coming in, and he is upgrading them with the MP40s for better anti-infantry fare, but like I said, it's just... I don't think he's going to really be able to push, especially with that flamethrower unit right there and everything else. Universal Carrier could come up and flank. What the... I was like, who the hell's that behind it? Oh, good grenade, though, on the Engineer Squad. Very good grenade. Unfortunately, though, the British should come in with more British infantry section kind of holding that. But because there's nothing on left, he's just capturing. He's just moving up. Yeah, he's getting quite a bit of territory, honestly. Also, we have a sniper being deployed. So, Mechanized is getting a sniper. Ooh. Very curious to see how that goes. We have more forces over here, but again, it's like, dude, your entire left side's failing, and that's just... The more resources the Germans gobble up and take from the Allies, the stronger they get over the course of this game, quicker. So again, they're going to be able to get more armor and stuff like that, which is also hilarious. Unfortunately, it isn't decapped. There's still this little supply area the Germans are still getting. I'm sorry, the Allies are getting all their supplies from, so the Germans haven't been able to quite cut them off yet. But still, that's a lot of resources right now. It's 58 munitions per turn. Damn, that's a good bonus. But the Allies are coming back. Again, we have here Dawn getting an AT gun and going shock rifle, which, in my opinion, is probably a better anti-infantry focus than First Term Doctrine. Because, again, you get the IS-2 and the KV-8, which is a better version than the Flame Hetzer. Plus, you get shock troops, which I think are better than MP40s. You get a fire attack, which I think is better than the passive, though. Again, definitely for a different role type of incendiary munitions. This is a direct strike, so it is still pretty good again if they have like an artillery piece or maybe just to pin their armor, but we'll see if that happens over the course of the game. But yeah, I think this is just the way better and more effective abilities and units than this. But again, right now the fortified can be very good if they can kind of lock this area down. Like, this is kind of wide open, so an elephant right here could be very good. Command Panther might be great, because, again, you could really help make sure your units on the front just are kept alive with the additional defenses. Mortars coming down, but, again, I love the shrubs, just keeping it from able to fire with that. Armored car being deployed, I think that's a great move, because, again, you can knock out a lot of light armor that the Germans really like to play. But in this scenario, it doesn't look like they're doing that. MG managed to escape the grenade. Yeah, Allied forces trying to advance. We have a flamethrower battle going on right now. Looks like a flanking maneuver from the Pioneer Squad of Mechanized came in. However, it looks like the Soviets will win the day and able to hold that point. So good job with them. Good job. Middle is being captured by the Conscript Squad putting down cover, but the MG's like, no, 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 no. We're not letting that happen. When you do a stream and you forget to put the music back on. Oh, well. It's back on. Any case, we got an armored car. Looks like it was Panzerfausted. A lot of troops moving in. He did eventually get that for Kenwerfer, but he got an MG as well. So he's trying to make sure he has a nice wide variety of support. Volk Squad just chilling, trying to move over here. Storm Pioneer is on standby. Again, you have to watch out for the Vickers, but if they can get a nice shot on that armored car, it could be good. Fortunately, he's walking up in that Vickers. Not going to help. Not going to help. It'll suppress him. No, actually, before he got suppressed. Why is he not maybe the bush is kind of stopping that vision? Not really. That's a bit weird, though. It didn't get suppressed, especially with the Vickers. Anyway, Soviet doing a fantastic job in the counterattack. Almost decapped the fuel, but not able to. Shock troops, though, moving on in. There's a lot of troops right now, but none of them are extremely good close range like shock troops are. You can say the Panzer Grenadiers are like the closest thing they have, but damn will I say shock troops beat them still pretty effectively. A nice grenade stops them from advancing. Shock troops just going to annihilate those Panzer Grenadiers and cause them to retreat. Oh my god. The best unit they had just got completely routed. Shock troops advancing on the Grenadier squad. Good grenade right here. Could not annihilate both squads. Luckily, the savior is actually not the Grenadiers, but the actual Panzer headquarters suppressing them. Flamethrower squad as well, pushing back the Soviet the infantry, if I can talk. Bleep, bleep. That's all, folks. Any case. Oh, boy. This is why I have my water, so that I can stay hydrated, and every time I fumble, take a drink and refocus. But anyway, luckily the Germans were able to refocus their efforts and retake their side and haul it down. Although we have a minesweeper engineer squad coming in, most likely again, he thinks there's going to be German mines, which is again something reasonable to think of in this situation, because remember, we know that the German player is placing mines, so the fact that the Allied player has a minesweeper should counteract that. So actually pretty good tactic, and again, just unit to have, because I know a lot of people don't put minesweepers. They're just like, oh, sacrifice men. And I get it, they're Soviets, they sacrifice men to mines, it's kind of a routine, but still, it's kind of good to, you know, make sure that you save that manpower for something more important. In this situation, I'm assuming he's saving it for the next armored building, aka the mechanized armored Campania, so we get T-34, Su-85, or maybe even some of the better armor like a KV-8. Like, that would be really helpful. But in any case, we have a lot of German forces coming on in. British are on standby, though. I don't think the Germans are really going to be able to push all that effectively. He does have Verkenwerfer and MMG, but my fear is the British infantry section are just going to wipe that very quickly. They don't have sight yet, but as soon as they do, these guys in heavy cover won't be suppressed by the MG-34 and should have a pretty good potency for knocking it out. Now, I will say, to be 100% honest, that MG is not that effective overall for suppression, and also the British don't have their upgrades, so there is a bit of a these are not the best they could be, but the MG's not exactly the best either. A lot of infantry, though. The British can't hold that back at all. Royal Engineers, though, coming on in. The MG could suppress those guys. It looks like they were able to do enough damage close range. Well, yeah, they were able to beat them back. Interesting retreat path. They go like straight across the Germans, who are just chasing him down. Armored car just chilling. And just trying to fire. I keep saying chillin'. Why am I saying that? Anyway, mortar pit opening fire. Just trying to hit these guys. Again, we have something coming in. Oh, commander. Oh, sorry, commando. So, yeah, he went bombers. Curious to see how this goes on this map, but... Oh, you know what's funny? The grenade. It does a little bit of damage, but a fire would have been routine damage over a period of time. Mortar pit getting a nice shot. Armored car also trying to get a nice shot. Commando glider coming on in. Did it take the shot? Did the commando glider, like, jump in front of the Verkenwerfer shot? That's pretty hilarious. I think it didn't hit that the first time. I'll have to double check, but that's hilarious if it did. Anyway, shock troops coming in, killing the Verkenwerfer. That could be a nice steal. Half track coming in for AA purposes, which should shoot down that plane above. It does. Plane goes crashing almost into the, well, Soviet base, or the British base. MG-34 being deployed, activates armor-piercing rounds to stop the shock troops. But, on the flip side, shock troops have something to counter. What? Well, smoke. But they have something to counter. Flame Hetzer. But then he has something to counter. Armored car. Again, Flame Hetzer has no AT capability, so it's going to have some... it's going to have a rough day. Grenade going out, gets a nice squad wipe, and knocks them out pretty effectively. MG trying to suppress them. Grenade gonna hit him though, and doesn't kill them, but definitely doesn't put him in a good situation either. Although there's a random flamethrower here, so I'm assuming the engineer squad died over there. Damn. AT gun also got decrewed, so the Germans did a nice counterattack. You still have a number of units in this sector, and Grenadiers are moving on in to capture this munition point once again, which if they get to the Germans, it's a pretty damn good thing to hold. My cat just literally jumped off the blinds. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Anyway, Flame Hetzer opening fire, but Armored Car getting some nice shots in. Again, this thing does have a bit of armor to it, but remember, Armored Car has some abilities up its sleeve, such as target tread, which is going to make its engine pretty much go well, bye-bye. And this thing is going to be stuck, which is for a bit of time. It's going to retreat, but Armor Car did its job, managed to hold back the Flamehancer, and caused quite a bit of damage to it where he's going to need to repair it. Building, wow, okay, 2/3 dead. Might need to put that as a red flag to kind of get him out if anything hits it. Also, you need to heal those men. You do have 2 Volk squads with full health, but yeah, that one needs healed. Like, really quickly. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, I'm very glad I'm recording. What is with you? You doing okay? No, you're just hyper for some reason. Okay. And she's running, she just ran out. That was the cameo by the cat. And everyone's like, oh, she's so sweet. She just stays in one place. No, she's very active. When she wants to be. Volk squad's moving on in. Really nothing to stop them from kind of moving around. Weird grenade. Commandos also do better close range, so they would be better to charge. Soviet forces advancing. Not a lot of AT right in this area. They do have this Volk squad going in for a Panzerfaust, and this MG is pulling back the infantry. But yeah, this half-track's just gonna mow you down. I'm just very curious why. What you would charge? I'm assuming. I'm unsure. Anyway, MGs are in these buildings, so they'll at least hold them back. Plus, Flamehancer's been healed by the Sturm squad and now moving back up. AT gun though, gonna fire some pop shots. I love this. He's just using the bullets. Dude, it's bullets. You're not gonna do a ton of damage to an armored unit, but whatever the case may be, Panzer 4 has been deployed, so nice job there. Mechanized went, and he got up to battle phase 2, not 3. Luckily, the tree took the shot. Half-track using the blitz managed to get the hell out of there. Okay, it's not blitz, it's overdrive, but still, it's essentially a blitz. Oh, damn. Very lucky nothing hit that demo, because that would have been horrible for that Cromwell. But luckily, Cromwell again managed to get in and get out just fine. Sturm Pioneer Squad is still there with some light AT, but I feel like if he gets his British upgraded, like, I'm surprised he hasn't upgraded any of his assault troops, because he really needs that. The Germans have just, they're very highly vetted, very, again, well-equipped infantry that's just going to keep driving the British back until they get those upgrades. Commandos are fine, but they're not going to hold back 3 squads. You're going to need something. Meanwhile, the Soviet player is definitely taking some hits, taking some losses. He is flanking, though, but again, his AT gun is kind of left out to its own to, like, fight this Flamehancer. It's not going to win. It's going to be close. Cromwell actually gets the final shot on it, decrewing it, not killing it, going in for the decrew. Luckily, you have a Cannon Warfare and a Panzerfaust managed to push that sucker back. White Phosphorus, though, coming down from Woody. That's going to definitely push him back. Armored Car going in for the kill, I'm assuming. Panzer 4, though, are, again, fortified. Yeah, unfortunately, wasn't able to save him. What he might have been able to do, if I was mechanized, is actually not fortified, get up and try to use smoke. That's if he wasn't fortified. Now that he is, again, just for range purposes, again, again, let's see. There we go. So he can actually cover this point pretty well. He has a good defense and, again, a good offense. So not a bad idea to hold down. But, again, those AT guns, if used consistently, could just outrange the Panzer IV and neutralize it. Or an Su-85. But, again, that's where an Elephant might come into play to kind of counteract that stuff. Well, except for the AT guns. The AT guns would hold back the Elephant. But we'll see what happens. Any case, MG opening fire on the flamethrower unit. Shock troops kind of moving in. The Soviet player and the British really need to hold on to key territory, because right now the Germans are winning the resource war. If they win the resource war, they're going to win this game. So they really, really need to keep that advantage in resources alive and kicking. Otherwise, or at least competitive. If not, they're just not going to be able to keep winning. MG going to suppress them. It's MG42, so it's going to have a quick suppression and suppress both of them. We have a rocket barrage coming on in, so something's being called down somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh, it detonated the demo. Oh, he probably had no idea about that. But the demo went off and helped kill the British infantry. Damn, that was a misfire on his part. Oh, sorry, Don. Nice idea with the demo, but definitely didn't help in that regard. Definitely didn't help. in that battle. Anyway, Panzer IV just still chilling. Grenadier squad firing a rifle grenade, trying to go for the NG. Gets a great shot. I'll just give him full credit there. That was a fantastic rifle grenade, neutralizing the support equipment. Conscripts slowly pushing those guys back with the half-track there in support. Good place with the half-track as well. Again, holding back the infantry. Meanwhile, Cromwell getting some nice pop shots with the Volk squads. Again, we have another demo over here, which I'm assuming is being held by the commando squad. MG just, I'm assuming, being told to come over here. Again, it's just walking right into that demo. He doesn't see it. And it's there. Dude, it's there. Detonate it. Come on. This is your time. And now. And now. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming you had the commando squad there to detonate it. I guess you couldn't see it until he fired. But hell, at least you killed it. Stern Pioneer squad trying to advance British infantry, holding him back. Commando squad, why don't you capture that point? Like, why are you hiding? Capture the point. Like, look, I know this is a really cool spot to hide in. You're just hiding behind the cover and everything. It's really nice, but you still need to capture this point. Otherwise, you're giving the enemy 11 munitions per turn, and right now you're losing. Well, okay, that could help you gain an advantage. Meanwhile, armored car is pushing a piece of debris because spring cleaning, and yeah, MG's helping still guard mid. They kind of reposition their MGs outside the buildings. To get him healed, now they're repositioned. Okay, once again fortifying, so he's moving the command tank there. It is fortified, it is, you know, dug in. It will provide the defensive bonus on top of the fortified bonus, so a lot of these, again, like the AT gun, it's gonna take a while to uproot this thing. As you can see, it's because of both the defensive qualities, they just stack it, which is very nice. So, yeah, he's going to need to get an Su-85 or something else to really just break those defenses. But good job with those so far. And again, fortified units really work when supported. I see a lot of time people will only have it and think they just need a Panzer IV or a Panther dug in and they'll be able to hold the point. Well, in actuality, that's not the case. You still need to have infantry. Luckily, this guy does. He has MGs, he has Panzer Grenadiers just constantly going out to, if there's any time there's a substantial threat, they deal with it. If they just let the Panzer IV and stuff like that take out the hammer, or like the more stuff like that, like the just general unit attacks, well then they'll just chisel out the main threats from that could come in. Any case, I know I'm terrible with my analogies, but Cromwell looks like did end up perishing. I'm assuming to the Verkenwerfer. No, it actually didn't. Maybe a Panzerfaust did it. Unsure. I'm really unsure on that. But British having a rough time holding them back. Again, you know what would really work? Upgrade them with Brents, and that would mow them down. Maybe not Piats, but definitely Brents, and that could hold back the infantry. Why you drop smoke, I have no clue. I'm assuming the Verkenwerfers may be fired. Commandos coming in once again. Might be able to get a kill on that. Very low on health. Again, take the freaking point. Nope, he's going to hide back in the corner. God damn it, Commandos. Oh my god. You know, actually taking territory would help. It wouldn't blow your cover either. You could hide there. He probably actually knows you're there now because, you know, you killed his men. So, I don't... I'm unsure. I'm really unsure about these plays. Anyway, Panzer IV opening fire on the shock troops, trying to hide behind the building. Grenadiers trying to open fire on them. Again, they have the defensive bonus. Anytime you see that shield, they have defensive bonus. So it actually is a really good radius to where Mechanized is holding right now. So good job for him. I love this commander. Like, okay, do you see the enemy? Yes, I do. They're over there, sir. Any case, he's trying to make sure the allies stay back. There is a double AT gun, so he's trying to counteract these fortified positions with it. Luckily, again, he's able to quickly uproot the Panzer IV when those AT guns came in, pulled it back, and I'm assuming he's going to reposition it. And the MG is also helping cover the point, so we can't just move up infantry. There's a Maxim, which I find hilarious. He stole that, but again, the OKW doesn't have exactly an amazing MG. Now we come to a problem. Flying Pancake the entire time was saving up. And while he didn't get a 15-minute Tiger, he did get a 24-minute, I'm sorry, King Tiger. He did get a 24-minute King Tiger. So this thing is going to push back the British forces. Again, Volk squad's moving on in. Nice mortar hit, does quite a bit of damage. Up to Vet 3, 12 kills. Not amazing, but not terrible either. Double commandos. Again, he still has them there. Could flank while the King Tiger and all the troops are busy in the front. Pull their men back. We have Verkenwerfer moving on up, but again, it is camouflage, so it's moving up incredibly slow. Again, watch out for that. If you're going to move an AT gun up on camouflage, just move it up, as this guy did. Don't camouflage it. Both bounced, though, however, so maybe it wasn't as... Oh, shoot, he got a target. He knocked out, he immobilized it. He immobilized the King. Damn. Unfortunately, even with the double AT guns firing, they're still bouncing almost every shot. That's, I think, the first AT gun shot out of 4 that's actually bounced. I mean, penetrated. Any case, shock troops and stuff are chasing him down. But again, they don't have AT, so it's not going to work. Like, do you have an AT grenade with the conscripts? You do. Okay. Ura and the throw it would probably be the best scenario. But again, you're getting close. You're getting very close to the flag emplacement, so they're just going to be suppressed. And then you have all this stuff here, which is still suppressing and doing damage. AT guns opening fire, though. We do have a nice AT grenade. He is smoking, though. He is backing on out. Nice grenade, though. Very close killing the MG, but luckily he's still alive, just barely. Again, I'll give it up to the... Oh, nope, shock troops killed it. King Tiger opening fire, trying to get some nice shots over here. Again, commandos coming on out. Oh my god, yeah, they see the demo. It's like, come on, man. They fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, really. Anyway, AT guns opening fire, managing to once again push back the King. Even with less men, as we can see with the population, Woody and Dawn are actually doing a damn good job at pushing back the Germans. So this could be a slight turning of the tide here. They've been on the back foot this entire time, but now they have mid. Now they have this. They actually killed one of the really highly vetted Volk squads. So they're doing very well in this instance. Can they keep up the pressure, though? Unfortunately, they didn't capture that point, so the munitions is not going to them. So all that time and effort they took to take those resources, not going to pay out because they're not going to get the munitions. The Soviet player, unfortunately, had a small counterattack on his flank, so the munitions on his side has been taken over, along with most of his resources. So overall, the Germans, once again, have the resources on their side. And Dawn, I mean, look, the population is now even. The Germans have definitely faltered a little bit. And now even IS-2. We have a Brumbar being made? Interesting. Okay, yeah, okay, that could be good. Fortified to fire the long-range shot. That could be helpful. King Tiger getting a nice shot on the half-track, but it barely survives and gets the hell out of there. Verkenwerfer opening fire. Armored car could go with another target tread. He has 2 Verkenwerfers. Sure, why not? A lot of nice shots, a lot of nice pens, and King Tiger has to pull back. Armored car, again, this has been very helpful. I'm very glad he didn't go with a Boffer, because this thing has helped immobilize and stop a lot of armored targets to help neutralize them. IS-2 going very deep in enemy territory and getting Panzer Fausted, I assume. There's a lot of AT. He doesn't have a lot of manpower right now, so he can't get another one. This thing is very close to dying. Brumbar has been deployed. Nice shot, though. Again, King Tiger, it storms. There's too much. I don't know why he charged that. Luckily, his AT defenses did knock out the Panzer IV. But again, we look at overall, he still has the command take and the Brumbar. Plus all the other like AT forces he had, which helped kill the IS-2. Now, luckily, his teammate did come in. I'm glad that he did. But that IS-2 should never charge that. That was a horrible, horrible charge in his part. And luckily, there's a mechanized building right here, so he is going to be able to heal his armor very quickly. So very good with that. AT gun pulling on back. We have an second one, though, is able to open fire on the Flamehatzer, while this one is still under fire. Literally, it's in the fire. Barely managing to get out within one piece. We have a common tank now. Again, I love how you have commandos sitting in the fucking corner, not doing anything, instead of charging up and taking that. Like, you're trying to be like, they won't see me. Dude, that's the 4th time you've had your commandos there. He knows they're there. He just thought he could kill your comet or take the point. with the Verkanwerfer. Anyway, Commandos luckily giving the Volk squads a run for their money and managing to hold on to this point. He's leaving again! Stop it! Stop retreating. It's getting annoying at this point. When Commandos sit on their ass, it's just not helpful whatsoever. And by God, they're sitting on their ass so much. Anyways, Panzer Grenadiers managed to take the point. King Tiger advancing. You know what's funny? Actually, I put this connection. The Germans, you have Mechanized sitting on his ass, and he's actually doing very well because that's what he's supposed to be doing. Meanwhile, you have this guy who's supposed to be more offensive based, especially with his doctrine, and he's sitting on his ass, and it's killing him. Luckily, he's finally advancing to take to that point, but he's been able to take that point for so freaking long. Anyway, also Dotton has managed to be gotten. He's getting also Stuka, which would be very effective against all his infantry-based units in the side. King Tiger, again, getting some nice shots as well. Almost the bet one, very close. Half track, again, also on standby, assuming in case they deploy a plane, shoot down. Elephant has now been deployed, so that's going to be hell in mid, I assume. Panzer Grenadiers opening fire on the AT guns, trying to stop the killing of this the command Panzer. AT gun pushing, being pushed back by the Brumbar. So along with the AT gun, Comet coming in. We're kind of for just chilling. Maybe dude come in to help. I'm just saying. We'll see. Very curious to see what happens. What are you gonna do something again? Nope. Okay. My cat's just like right behind the camera. I'm like, please don't push it, please, please. But in any case. These guys are just chilling out guarding the point. We have a Comet just opening fire on these Volk squads. A Stuka opening fire. They're going to try to go for this, I assume. No good hits. Stuka completely missed. Comet getting some nice long-range shots. Something hitting them. I'm assuming it was the King. Getting a nice shot on those conscripts, too. Getting, like, almost all the men on the retreat. AT gun's still there, trying to fire some pop shots against the armor in mid. Again, I felt like an SU-85 would be better, but I'm assuming he's saving up for an IS-2. Again, I can also see why. The Elephant's there, so that could be a bit of a hassle for an SU-85 to deal with. But I feel like 2 SU-85s might be a better idea than, I don't know, going with an IS-2. But he did just use a bunch of manpower to heal all of his men, so maybe he doesn't have that much. Overall, we'll see. Flying Pancake. Oh my God! Please, Flying Pancake, just throw a grenade in there, please. If you could be so kind. I mean, luckily, Mechanized and Flying Pancake are both close to pop cap, so I'm very curious to see if they're able to neutralize it. That would be great. That would be just wonderful if that could be done. It just kills that target. That would be great. Half track moving on in. Pushing them back. We do have Woody, again, still having a decent amount of men. He's getting a second Comet, but Dawn is taking so many casualties. The Allies, I mean, well, the one time the Allies were on the front foot, they overextended and just completely blew their lead. But yeah, they need to do something quick. Otherwise, the Germans are just gonna. They have way too much armor as well. Like this Elephant can probably shoot pretty damn far. So especially. And also it's going to be like a hell of a target to kill. Plus it gets the additional damage boost from the command tank. So, oof, that's going to be hard to uproot them and knock them out. By the way, I know a lot of people will probably criticize me for this, for like Fortified, but I always like question Fortified when it's not supported. This seems like a very well supported overall decision. So again, I'm fine with that. But if it's like you just have this thing by itself with nothing there, then I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? Luckily, for the British, they do have air support inbound. We do have bombers coming. Unfortunately, they're not recognized in the game, but the bombers are there. They're just really high up. Anyway, 2 Comets coming in on the flank. Getting the Stuka, so that was a good flank. I love the bombs coming in just right outside the frame of the Elephant. Gets a nice shot on the Comets. British infantry taking over that point. Thank you. Again, commandos, you could take this point, but no, just hide in the fucking bush. That's fine. Oh my god, hate that so freaking much. Elephant getting another nice shot on the Comet. That thing is actually doing a lot of damage. Comet needs to fall back immediately. Unfortunately, the Soviet player has been pushed back. He does have an IS-2 now, so again, they was able to get that. Brumbar is definitely going to have some issues against that, but again, if the Elephant just turns left, he might be able to get a shot on that. Again, they're going to quickly heal their Comet with the Royal Engineer squads, or at least heal them as fast as possible. What he could also do, I know I criticized about the flank, but if supported, if with infantry and for cannon warfers and pushed up, he could use war speed to get behind these guys, come around. I see no mines, so I'll criticize Flying Pancake for that. Is like he has nothing to stop a push. Like a mine here might stop that. But a push this way, use him from behind and open fire. He could honestly advance, pull out, and get around. There is a mine there. Nothing over on this side, as far as I can tell. Nope, nothing. So honestly, except for that one mine, they could come in, flank, as long as they don't get hit by the Volk squads. And I don't. Hold on. He has 2 Panzer Grenadier squads. He has 1 Panzer Grenadier squad and 2 Grenadier squads. If he can watch out for those, he could get behind the Elephant and do quite a bit of damage. I'm assuming he would uproot the Elephant because it's, well, if they could get behind it. Now, unfortunately, because of the terrain, it looks like it would be there's this very small window to flank it. But again, it can only, like, the problem also, it's like, that's how much it can turn. It can turn, like, what, 30 degrees with its gun? Maybe, like, a 45 at most. Like, a 45, like, angle. So, again, it doesn't have, like, a full 90-degree angle. Well, probably not. No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't. So that would be a key issue. So, yeah. Anyway, Comet tank. He solves the second one. He can move up the cannon morphers on it. That could be something to do. And this guy is placing mines. So never mind. He's making sure his flank is covered. Never mind. There was a brief opportunity for a flank. Fortunately, the British guy was not able to do so. So Flame Hats are doing a nice job pulling back the infantry. Without the infantry being able to push up, AT guns can't push up, which means the armor would be unsupported, which means the Elephant would have a field day with it. IS-2 as well staying back here. Now, the one positive thing, if the Elephant's over on the other side, you could use the IS-2 and the Comets to flank the opposite side of the map, because he can't exactly be super reactionary with the Elephant. It would take him forever to move that behemoth to the other side. So that's something you could theoretically do. Elephant just still sitting there. Comet's just lying in the back. Again, commandos just chilling. I'm assuming they found out how to heal. King Tiger advancing again. You do have to watch out with that sucker. We have a direct bomb strike coming in right here. Oh, no. Why are you... Oh. IS-2 just moves into that. Getting hit quite a bit. Not a ton of damage, but it did do quite a bit. The AT gun did get knocked out, so pretty good. Comet's moving in. Elephant, again, completely out of this engagement. Again, IS-2 coming around the other way. This is where, again, you need the infantry to come in as well to snare and stop it. But alas, not happening. Elephant just unfortifying itself, does manage to get himself into the fight. Again, you're still within the Elephant's range. You need to pull out. You need to fight on this side. But alas, that is simply not the case. So far, no German armor is lost in this fight, while one Comet has. This Comet's going in for the kill on the Brumbar. Gets one more shot, but again, the Elephant and King are both there. White Phosphorus, though, coming on in, obscures the Elephant's view. Fortunately, now he brings up an AT gun. It's like, guys, you need to coordinate. You need to be a little bit more, you need to set up your assaults. You send in your armor, one of them died. Now you're sending in infantry. Send your infantry and your armor at the same time. Like, do a coordinated effort, and you'll be able to break the enemy. If you don't do that, well, you're just going to be a situation where you're going to be unable to break this fortified line. It's just not going to go well. It's not. Anyway, IS-2 is being healed, but he doesn't have a lot of men compared to the Germans. Germans, as well with mechanized. Like, he has pop cap and he has a ton of resources. He's doing fantastic. So I don't know what you're going to do. I really don't. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, good infantry on the German side just taking mid. Now, I'll give credit. The Germans have, the Allies have a lot of close-range troops. But, again, it's just, I don't know. It's just not... Oh, wow, really? Okay, so 17 pounders being made, but they're using a flamethrower on it. Again, nice job idea with the smoke so we can't hit it. 17 pounder is created though. Opening fire on the flame hetzer, probably going to kill it if it can get a shot off. It does. One last shot with this AT gun, it's goner. Can I get it? Nope, Comet goes in for the kill. Stuka though and everything just comes down on it with the fire still hitting it. They need those rail engineers to repair it. I like the idea of the 17 pounder, but you need to protect it. You needed additional forces and you just let it walk up. The elephant is not in this site. Again, it can't hit per se. Like, yeah, it'll hit the comet, but it can't hit anything over here. You have the king to worry about, sure, but again, you could have been a little bit more. You could have done a little bit more to help protect it. Luckily, you do have double engineers to heal it, so I will give you that. Flanking maneuver did come out on the right. He's trying to hide in his hidey hole, but the Volk squad's like, no, we know about this spot. You're not hiding there anymore. MG opening fire, pushing back the Pioneer squad. Grenadiers advancing with the Obel Soldaten. That's a lot of forces. This guy needs to heal his men quick. Also, he has never upgraded his men. Oh, okay. He finally got the upgrade, but no, he doesn't. He doesn't have the munitions for it. Never mind. He still doesn't have it. 17 pounder. Again, he would be able to hold mid, but again, first he needs sight lines on this. 17 pounder moving its gun over to open fire. Gets a nice shot. AT gun remanned by the conscript squad with the flamethrower, by the way. Good job with the conscript squad. 11 kills. MG needs to move up a little more. So too does the well, I would say this other one. This other one you could just literally have back here and just target fire this position. As long as you have the MG guarding it, they can't do anything about it. Like, again, you could do more. Like, again, just sitting around is not your strategy. The Germans can sit around. They have the resources. They have the victory points. They can just relax. You can't. Anyway, 17 pounder. Fire's coming down around the elephant, which is hilarious because it's like, oh, I'm gonna brush this off real easy. German forces on right, flying pancake advancing. We still have a comet. I'm assuming you could get another one if you wanted to. This guy, I'm assuming he's preparing to flank this way, which is hilarious because there is a teller mine right here. So, again, if he flanks, that could be very badly. Go very badly. 17 pounder, non-range of the elephant, which is horrifying. Stuka opening fire. I'm assuming they might try to knock it out. But with the elephant now in mid with the Brumbar and stuff, I mean, like, attack this way. Like, there's nothing over here. I haven't yet to see really any armor action on this side. They just keep pushing this way. Like, learn, like, again, figure out where the Germans are and attack where they are weakest. That's what you need to do. You need to hit them where they're weak. Like, or make them overconfident, overextend. Literally, I played a game with Sin 7, which should be going up sometime around this time. Actually, this game goes up, actually, if I think about it, on their channel. But it literally, I was versus an American player that literally had me on the ropes. And I don't mean like, oh my god, he outplayed me. He just had guys with Thompsons and armor company. So he had a bunch of very close range troops. He had two players did. They pushed me back, and I'm literally holding force on the enforced. But what I did was I lured them in and used my Stuka and King Tiger to just annihilate their stuff. Also, good mind, stop the comet dead in its tracks. And they lost 5 or 6 armor pieces, like 2 Jacksons, 2 Shermans, and 2 mortar carriages in these pushes against me. Again, I may have not been winning that fight, but you better be damn sure I made the American player pay for every inch of territory he fought for. And again, once he took all those losses, I managed to gain the entire forest area for periods of time and just weaken him down to a point where we're able to capture these huge chunks of territory, even though I didn't have necessarily the men to fight so many close-range blobs. So, well, there goes Dawn. He's officially quit. Again, he just can't penetrate this stuff. And Woody's like GG as well. They've just been losing too much. And it's funny because it's like there's not really much they did. Oh, they broke the 17-pounder. I'm assuming with the elephant and the Stukas. Damn. Oh, well. Because I was going to say, there wasn't really much armor loss. Like, none of the armor died. Like, I was watching this guy, but he just got pushed back. But, yeah, I feel like they just realized the 17-pounder's not working. We can't beat their men. They're too vetted. It's GG. The bombers didn't work, which also, you need to put the bombers on target. You can't just have it in the area. They literally are precision barrage. They'll hit the area where the flare is. Any case, Woody got more kills. Dawn got more damage, I'm assuming by his AT gun, but took a hell of a lot of casualties. Flying Pancake got more damage, but Mechanized got more kills. And thank you, Mechanized, for submitting this replay. You wanted to highlight fortified armor, and I think you did a really good job. You had a lot of good men, a lot of really great plays. And again, I think it wasn't just your armor. You were able to identify what the enemy was doing and preempt them almost every single time, whether it was MG placements, support placements, AT guns, armor, IS-2. Like, there's sometimes that you were able to just defend against the Soviet attack, like with the IS-2, and just murder them. But, like, you just outplayed them very, very well. And Flying Pancake did as well, maybe to a slightly less extent. I will say that the Commando guy did manage to push them back quite a bit of times. I feel like Woody just never capitalized on it. He never took the territory as much as he could. He never really fortified these positions. Like, if he would have put the 17-pounder, like, here and would have just held this entire area and would have been flanking, like, they could have pincered that position if they had this side and everything over here. And there's no way the elephant could hit both sides. So, again, that just wasn't... It just didn't happen. It just did not happen. And that's kind of a waste. But good job on the elephant. Good job with the king. And overall, just really good armor plays. But in any case, thank you for submitting this replay. Once again, Mechanized. This has been Greyshot17 reminding you to submit your own replay. And I'll take a look at it. And I'll see you guys next time. Wait a second, before you guys go, I have a couple people I need to give a shout out to because they are so amazing, awesome, and just really supportive of my content. Those people include Milam, Ace, Chris Bailey, Folkvard, Javi, Jfoe, Joey, jrchicklis, Little Koosh, Mustaach, Onlyplayapples, PyroShark, Streakingwookie, GTA, Jakub, Ocwieja, and Kevin Gao. Thank you guys so much for your incredible support. You guys are amazing. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time.